In 1997, I did fieldwork for my master degree about the Mirembe Self Help Project in Kayunga, Uganda. It was great to observe a project that was led by Betty Nabanja, an Ugandan woman who wanted to empower economically the citizens of the Kayunga District.
Finish already with the papaya. You are finished. You remove the seeds, the ready pulp. You cut it, you remove the seeds and put it in water for 24 hours overnight.
Kakati epaapaali lyagala ddala eryengedde obulungi ng'oggyamu ensigo ezo nga oziteeka mu mazzi okumalira ddala essaawa 24. Essaawa 24 ndi ku ludda lwa paapaali lyengedde bulungi, teeka mu mazzi okumalira ddala essaawa 24 wabula bikoola.
So if you see a cow eating, sometimes you give the leaves to the cow. Don't mind that you have given the seeds and you don't want to keep the. So when you just remove the seeds,
Small cows.
no, you have just put the seeds in the water, isn't it? You remove the seeds and put them in the sun to dry. You have to dry them in the sun until they are very dry.
Kakati ddira
Huh?
ddira.
Actually, the importance of this project, Mirembe project, within the entire community of Kayunga and Uganda District as general, is that people get chance to come and get courses. They learn about agriculture, methods of agriculture, sustainable methods of agriculture, and how they maintain their fields with proper manure, which they can produce themselves. They actually get other techniques like appropriate technologies like building with cassava instead of cement. Actually, people have achieved much from that side because there are about 10 houses constructed already in areas around this area, and that is really a very big success in our aims, as one of our aims and objectives come from the vision that would like artist people from the rural area to have their homes in a better life, better than they are right now. And right now where we have gone so far, we see that people are catching up and they have the interest also to follow, and they have done a lot. So it is a very big success on Mirembe's side and as well the community, because we have achieved and the community has received what they expected from this project. We have other projects like small animal husbandry. Children get information about how to cater for rabbits. They can manage their small animals. There is a goat project. There are some pigs and some birds. And also here you can see we have some rabbits here. We have some small gardens which are near the kitchen for a kitchen woman to get the vegetables at the nearby place at any convenient time. And actually the importance of this project, there are so many. If I start to talk, first maybe I need 2 or 3 days. but really people have achieved from this project. Yeah.
What do you think about the project, the importance for the community?
The importance for the community.
Yeah.
It has rendered services to the farmers, the local community, and then it trains them children on technology of building and the modern techniques of agriculture as with organic farming. In organic farming, there is farming without the use of chemicals. But I see in newspapers we have something which we can also use, like kosuguro for organic farming, and then there are some crops that we don't put it here. I read it from the boys, the farmers' boys, the 97. So we have the skill of it, but we have not implemented some here. Yeah. So the community has benefited with the project.
In this project, we really try to teach people how to use cassava instead of cement, because cassava is a bit cheaper and it's seen, everybody has it, can get it. When you get cassava flour, you cook it and you mix it in sand. Yeah. There you get a very nice concrete. Yeah. You can use it on plastering, you can use it on block bricklaying. So cassava is really good, and it's very hard when it has get dry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It works like cement.
And how many kilos of cassava flour do you need? And how much water do you need to mix it so that it works?
Yeah.
How are the measurements?
Okay. The measurements, when you cook 20 liters of cassava, yeah? Yeah, 20 liters of water with 10 or 22, yeah, no, with 2, yeah, 2 kilograms of, in 20 liter, you mix 2 kilograms of cassava. Then you mix in 4 wheelbarrows of sand.
Ah, okay.
4 wheelbarrows of sand, like that works, 2 kilograms works like 1 bag of cement.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 1 bag of cement is about 5 kilos of cement, or how much?
1 bag is 50 kilograms of cement.
Okay. And then you need only 2 kilos,
2 kilos
of cassava flour?
Cassava flour to mix a sand of 1 bag of cement.
Okay.
4 wheelbarrows.
4 wheelbarrows of sand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 wheelbarrows of sand. You mix 2 kilograms, but you first cook them as porridge.
Okay.
Yeah. You cook it as porridge. You mix when it is hot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then after that you can start
you can
to...
start building. Yeah.
How many days does it take to get dry?
It dries in 2 days.
Okay.
2 days, the thing is dry.
And how many years does it stand, the house built with a cassava?
It stands for, it can stay for 20 years. 20 years, and it's like cement. Yeah.
Okay.
When they get a crack, there you can repair it. Yeah, it's like cement. Even the cement can get some damages and cracks, you just repair them. Yeah. But it's guarantee that the building cannot fall. The building is like which was built like in cement. Yeah.
Okay. How much is the kilo of cassava flour?
The kilo, the cassava flour, the kilo.
Yes.
The kilo is 400
shillings.
400 shillings. Yeah.
Okay. And the bag of cement?
The bag of cement is 12,000.
Oh, this is really a big difference.
A very big difference. Yeah.
And how many people were starting to build with cassava?
You know, in the villages, we have taught some people, and they have gone in the villages. But what we have, the houses which we know, they are more than 10 now.
Okay, then it's starting now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But there are some students which we taught. They went home and they built their houses. Yeah, when we are going in villages, we just meet the house and they say, oh, this was built in, I have built in cassava. Yeah. I was taught by a friend of mine who was in Mirembe Technical Institute. Yeah. So people go and teach their friends. When we teach one here, he goes and teaches others in the villages.
Okay. And what do you think about the Mirembe Self Help Project?
Mirembe is really, I'm in this place. But Mirembe, we have benefited a lot in Mirembe, because here, even in town, there are no trees. People didn't know how to plant trees. So when Mirembe came, it started giving people trees. It made a nursery in Kayunga, and here people started coming and collecting trees. They have planted trees, and then now there are trees grown up. They are teaching people, children and adults. They teach grown-up people. So we have benefited. We had no school teaching grown-up people. And Mirembe is helping us very much. Informing people how to use their things which they have. When you have a small piece of land, you use it like this. You can grow here vegetable, you can grow here cash crop. Everything can be easy when you are at your home. When you have some knowledge of doing this and that. Yeah. So Mirembe has done a very good work for our area. Yeah.
Mirundi ebiri kitegeeza nti ettaka lino lirinamu emitendera. Kati waliwo omutendera ogw'okungulu gwe tuyita top soil. tekitegeera newabirawo omutendera oguddako wansi eri gwetuyitaani subsoil kati tutema ettaka lino eryokungulu eriddugavu erya topsoil tutema n'ettaka lino erya kitaka etuyitaani subsoil tukitegeera kati yennima ey'emirundi emeka ebiri etugamba kati bwe tudda mu kukola akalimiro kano nga bw'okalaba tukakola nti tusimba obuti buli obubiri tubulaba obusembayo nga okuva kati kali okudda kati akadda kuziba fuuti 4 kati netusimba n'obuti eno ewasemba kati okuva kati eri okutuuka kati kikola nga kya fuuti 30.
What I can say about the project, the important is that what we are really working on at the moment is that we want the community to actually run the project by them and take it as their own, not Mirembe project. And that is the importance we want to put into people. Sometimes people bring a project and they work with the community, and when they leave, the project collapses and the people don't know what these people thought about. So what we want to bring into the people is that this is their project, and that is what we really want them to get into, that they can continue from there without, even if we leave, because for me I go home, the other people leave, but what we want to remain is a project. So that is the importance of the whole thing, and to make sure that the people take it in such a way that it is going to improve their lives, not only to do it because they want us to, because they want to show us that they have done something. That is really important. And the other thing is that we want to improve our soil. Our soil is actually at the moment, in other countries you'll find that they cannot grow anything without putting fertilizers. And so many things we are putting into our project is that the people should make compost. And by making compost, they are improving the fertility of the soil. And by improving the fertility of the soil will stay longer. But in other countries, you can never grow anything without putting any fertilizers in it. And if you kill the soil, then there is nothing. And that means in future, they will never harvest anything at all. And that means they will go back and ask for aids from somewhere else. So the importance of the project is that we want people to take it as their own project, not Mirembe project. That is the real thing we need to do with them. So that later on I will not be always that I must be there for them to do it. We want them to continue.
And how does the community accept this project?
I found that about 6 groups are now picked up and they are already going on with it. Sometimes when I am not even there, I find that they are doing the work by themselves without being there. Like the other time I found that they have been pushing on with different projects which I taught them sometimes, and they do it on their own without me being there. So I happened to go there once and I found them in a group and really doing the work. So I found that they are really taking it seriously, that they are not waiting for advisor to come. That is really very important, and it is really good for me that they can do it on their own without being followed. That means you can do things without being forced to. They can do it.
Okay. And tell me about the technical school, the Mirembe Technical School, and the vocational training.
I can say the Mirembe Technical and Vocational School is actually picking up at the moment. I must say, when I came, there were very few people. Because when I came last year, I found that the school was really going down. And since the whole system was changed, because the new staff were taken in. And when these were taken in, we advertised more. And when it was advertised, we found that more students are coming in now. Because we didn't want to make sure, use the old staff, because old staff went out and the new staffs are in now. And we found that they are really picking up now. At the moment, we are actually getting more students coming in. And even the Mirembe Technical School, secondary school is really up. We are having about 60 students in all. In S1, we have about, I think we have about 20 students. In S2, we have about 16. And then S3, we have 12. And then vocational school, we have also many. I don't know the number at the moment, but it's really picking up. I'm very happy that things are really changing at the moment. Yeah, this is really great.
have got so many things we learn here at Mirembe. They teach computer, typing, and tailoring, and even building. So if you want to join Mirembe Technical, you can join. And they teach very well.
Why did you go to the Mirembe Secondary School?
I went to Mirembe Secondary School because I wanted to know more about the technical training things.
Are you coming from Kayunga?
No.
From where are you
from
coming?
Jinja.
Ah, from Jinja. Uh-huh. Are you coming every day or?
No, I'm in boarding.
And what do you think about the Mirembe Self Help Project?
I think all the parents should bring their children at Mirembe Project because I see it's the best.
Okay, thank you very much. Your name is?
I'm called Nabagala Sarah.
Sarah Nabagala?
Yes.
And you are in S3?
I'm in F3.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's all.
Mirembe Self Help Project ebeeraawo ne bantu omuntu abeeraawo n'abeerawo okukola emirimu neweerabirira buli kamugo okoze ennyaanya, emmonde, matooke, obutungulu kwegamba n'oba ng'obeeraawo osobola okuyimirirawo kwegamba. Kuba tutuuse okujja wano baffe tusobola okujja wano.
What do you think about the Mirembe Self Help Project? What is its importance for the community?
On my side, Mirembe has helped me a lot because now I've learned how to construct a building. And my first year, I joined here. The second term, I was able to construct an house. So that's what it has helped to me on my side. Yeah.
Okay. You are in the second year or in the third year from the vocational training?
This is the second year.
Okay.
Big shot, yeah?
Akinyabo mwami nga bwagudde mu Germany kubanga bamwe badde okujja eriwayo n'ekibinja eky'abakyala ekijja kuwano nabane bakirete banyunyemu nabo okuva e Germany biseera ebijja.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, now you can start.
Right, hello, I'm Nabanja Makumbi. I'm the initiator of this project, Mirembe Project, and I've been the program coordinator now for 10 years. This is 88. Now, when we started with that project, the idea was to make an institution, to develop an institution that is as much as possible in and with the people. The people are involved, the people are responsible, and the people give it life. In former times, the type of schools that we had were more or less developed from the European system. After the traditional system of education were more or less discouraged at the time. And with Mirembe Project, we started essentially after the war with a need-oriented approach to development. After the war, the problem was mainly centered around clothing, there was looting, there was vandalizing, and there was a lot of human abuse. So the demand for an appropriate school was paramount at the time. The demand for the people, the need for the people to make up social institutions for security and wealth were apparent. At the time, I was on holiday from Germany, and excuse me.
Okay. Yeah.
I should have jotted it down a bit.
No, but it's really interesting.
Yeah.
It has to come natural.
Yeah.
There was a
No,
debate.
but it's natural.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's
just
natural.
telling about your holidays from Germany.
Yeah.
Yes. After that was in '86. This part of the country was relatively rich in that it had a hinterland of coffee. Coffee and bananas was a main production, agricultural production. And the people in this area were probably, I don't want to say well off, but they had a secure income. And practically every other household had a sewing machine. The women were more often together, helping each other, working and developing ideas together. Now with the war, all the social fabric was destroyed, and the women longed for something to keep them busy in the homes. Well, of course, there were the traditional crafts, but the sewing machines came up as a main need, in that the women had to make own dress for their culture. A dress like I have, for example, you cannot buy it a second hand. At the time, there were a lot of clothing aid, second-hand clothing from Europe. Now the women could not use that as a traditional cloth. So they still needed to make their own in the style, the African style they needed. That explains mainly why the sewing machine was needed for the women at the time. Back in Germany, we organized a Friends Club together with Klaus, where sewing machines were collected, and we were fortunate and lucky enough that the GTZ offered to bring the sewing machines, a container full of sewing machines and cloth materials, to Kayunga. And this was the first aid of the humanitarian aid for this part of the country. There was a lot of excitement. The idea was to start an art school, predominantly for women, to make own fantasies with their hands. The idea of the school became deep-rooted in the community. We were given 3 acres of land by one clan elder to develop a school which the people understood that they can go and learn those things that they need for this part of the country. It is that drive that has kept this school going. The people are convinced, the people are concerned, and the people do appreciate the service given by the Institute, especially to do with education and culture and skills training. We have moved around that drive to start the school. Quite a number of women have trained, both young and old, here. And as the social needs developed, agriculture production was becoming less and less. There came a need again to improve on the agriculture production. And that's when the School of Organic Farming opened. The traditional systems of agriculture production were not producing as much food, and as well it was not involving all the people, because more and more young people attended school, and that meant that they were far removed from the cultural education. Okay? So we had to develop an institution where cultural education became part of the culture where we live. As long as the school and education was taken first, as a priority in the area, there came again a need of putting more and more skills in the young, skills that can be marketed, tailoring as one of them, but also typing became a need, a desire for many young women to take up. The Canadian Association for International Development donated quite a number of typing machines. At the time as well, we received quite a number from Germany on which young women took up. And I'm glad to say that this institution is very much female sensitive in that we specifically offer those skills which are desired by the women: typing, sewing, and as well nutrition. Nutrition, again, as much as related to the community as possible. Preparing traditional dishes has become forgotten in many aspects, but we feel that, and today it is being demanded by the number of tourists. Again, for traditional feasts, it is demanded that these young women learn how to make traditional dishes. We depend much on the community as much as the community depends on us. And we are fortunate enough that even after 10 years, we are developing a modern institution with a traditional touch as far as central Uganda is concerned. A meeting point, where tradition meets with society, with tradition, without necessarily misunderstanding and a clash. The achievements will come later, now the problems. We have had problems here, and these problems have become part of our success, in such that the approach was new even to us, but the conviction was there. And the people did a lot to put the idea into reality. Now, institutions in Uganda are comparatively few compared to other countries like, say, Kenya. Government previously was the initiator of many institutions, and school as an institution was a business, say, of the missionaries. Now, very few people started schools, and if they start, they were exceptionally on commercial purposes. But the school we had in mind to start here was more of a society need. So we're aspiring to fulfill community needs and to develop an institution as a social security. Now, this was two things in one. It was not very well understood initially by the people, by the government, and they didn't know where to place us. We were not missionaries as such. We had to develop and match from the local resource, assisted by friends, in this case, mainly from Germany. So in developing this school, much of the problem was in articulating our objectives very clearly to the community as well as to other people elsewhere to know what we are driving at. There was a skeletal staff. The staff were very few because we didn't have the funds. The society had been disturbed because of the war. Much of the need with the people was to satisfy the basic needs. So we are seen as an institution to fulfill the needs of the society as far as short needs are concerned. But our idea was to have a long-term approach to the society and development. There were very few funds available for us. But the German institution Bread for the World assisted us with the initial grant with which we constructed the main block, and as well as putting up the water pump. But that was about all. For the first 2 years, we ran with a small budget, trying to save here and there, trying to train and trying to convince ourselves in a participatory manner with the community. As we went on further with the project, there were needs that came with the institution itself for the people working here. The Danish Association for International Development assisted with 3 years capitation grant for staff and some infrastructure development. But still, that was not enough. We could only hire a few people, but it helped us in a way to develop slowly with what we can say accommodate. At the moment, we are running with a grant from German Agro Action to start the agricultural extension. The school is more or less being assisted by friends in the community and friends elsewhere, especially from Witzenhausen, and as well the staff and the teachers. I mean, the staff and the students pay a substantial amount to cater for the staff allowances. Of course, funding would not be much of a problem if there were the resource to develop it. We take time to orient our staff to the way of life and the way of thinking for helping each other in the society. We are learning and helping each other. Not many people understand our approach, and that causes a lot of problem and slow progress in our work. But we have managed to win a number of people to understand our approach, and we are lucky that the society has learned to accommodate us, to appreciate, and also to contribute to the growth of the institution. Our success has laid so much in the attention we have won from the government, both of Uganda and of Germany. Our success has also been in the way the parents have confident in us to give us more and more of their children to take care, because our students have results on the ground, right? They learn practical skills, and their way of thinking and attitude to life is positive as far as helping each other is concerned, and as far as working in groups is concerned. External assistance is available, if available, but the fact that we have succeeded to work with very few resources, and we have seen us doing all sorts of work practically ourselves, but still things have not collapsed, as opposed to other schools where they have a lot of funds from school, from the parents' pay and government pay, but still nothing is going on. So, and our students have really become responsible people in the society. So it's a sort of new thinking that the people have understood to take own responsibility on their own. I mean, previously everything was institution, government is doing it, but not anymore. So that is the success I can't also overlook.
Okay.
So, I mean, if it was not for this, it would not have been possible.
Kayunga Town Council. Bakyala abakozi nga bwe mubalaba. Bakyala abalimi, bakyala abalunzi era nga bw'obalaba awo. Bonna balya ku ggi. Bannange, mutusabire busabizi naye n'okukiwandiisa twamaze era kimanyiddwa n'emukono. Kakati tuzze wano nga twagala bakitongoze tulyoke tuddeyo nga tunywedde tukole n'amaanyi. Ono ye Zinunula. Mwebale nnyo banyabo ne bassebo mwebale ddala.
Baba